Transformation time. When I quiet my mind, I hear the messages from my supreme being, from source. Now, not everyone has the right to speak into my life, so I'm careful where I ask for advice. That is so cute. Now, I remember there was a time when I would ask people that I hung out with, well, what do you think I should do? Because, I was the coach. I was the leader. So I was the one always giving advice. But sometimes I wanted to get some advice too. And I'd ask my friends, and some of them they had nothing. It was like, it was like, okay. So, but when I look back upon that, I had to really check myself, because why was I asking these people for advice in the first place? They had nothing for me in that category. I was their coach. I was their leader in this particular program. So, be careful where you ask for advice, because sometimes people will speak into your life and they will actually alter your life's trajectory because of what they have said. And they may have no foundation except for their personal foundation and experience for the advice that they gave you. Like, I remember there was a time when I was going to move to Texas, and I remember this lady said, and I'll never forget this because it did affect my life. She said, why are you moving to Texas? And she described it in a negative light. And she described what she thought would happen. Like, she was speaking over my life negatively. She just thought she was giving her opinion. But every time I had a bump, and I probably over exaggerating when I say every time, but often when I hit a rough patch, I would think about what she said. Wow, she said yada, yada, yada. Because it's hard to erase what someone said, So my friends, back in the day, I used to ask their opinions all the time. What do you think? 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 I don't do that anymore. Like, I rarely ask, what do you think? Sometimes we give each other intuitive guidance, but it's not that often that we do that, because we have learned how to tap into our own God mind so that we can hear our messages from our ancestors and from our higher source, from our higher selves, from source. We've learned how to tap into that energy and hear from the Holy Spirit within, And oftentimes, that's a whole nother story. I'm going to get into, when you're listening, how to know who you're listening to. So we'll get into that in another video. But I'll read this again, repeat after me. When I quiet my mind, I hear messages from my supreme being. So affirm that. Ask your source, ask your ancestors to guide you and lead you every day. Guide me and lead me, guide me and lead me. Please guide me and lead me. Thank you, Ashe. Guide me and lead me every day. And then, not everyone has the right to speak into my life, so I'm careful where I ask for advice. So that is just some advice for all, to be careful where you stop on the road for advice, because it could be that one little nothing that someone says to you that might keep you from having your own greatness. All right, see y'all in the next one. Thank you for watching. Before we close, I want to invite you to join us in exploring the female divinity system using the African Goddess Initiation Manual by Abiola Abrams. We're looking for women who desire to awaken their goddess energies so that they can learn how to love themselves the most, so they can spread their magic all over the planet, so they can manifest the prosperity that is theirs by divine right, and so that they can move on this journey of theirs with ease and on purpose. The goddesses must be awakened. So if you're ready to elevate your life and you want to be a part of this mission, look in the description box or in the profile section and find the link to our sister circle and meet us on the other side.